Do you know what? I've started this episode, I don't know how many times. I've tried to record an intro for this, and I just have no words, you know? All I know is I miss John. And it's throwing me off completely. Today, on Randy's Revenge, episode 14, things are going to go one way or another way. We're going to be doing a lot of experimenting, you see. We're going to be changing a lot of things around and looking at a lot of opportunities. And I don't know how it's going to go, and it's throwing me off quite a lot. Big thing that we're going to be doing today is these N4 conversion chambers. These big bad boys here that are going to be filled with Black Leapers, Black Titans, all those exciting things. We're going to crack it open. And I don't know how it's going to go. It could go one way or another. We're going to experiment with Harry. I think we're going to experiment with a melee squad. And we're going to be experimenting with a mod that I'm really excited to be using, the Equipment Reinforcer. A mod that I think is famous within Rimworld, and it's just so interesting to look at and what different weapons we can make extremely overpowered. So the plan for today is trial and error, basically. That's all we're going to be doing. Just looking at things and seeing how they go. See if you enjoy any of today's episode. We're excited to see, I don't know, Harry not become crispy. Consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it. Let's get into things, and the first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting down the Equipment Reinforcer and getting it built and seeing what we can reinforce and what we can change around. So I decided to set up the Equipment Reinforcer its own little room down here so it can be entirely dedicated to it with shelves and all that good stuff. So I think what we'll do with the Equipment Reinforcer is we're going to pick a few maybe more personal weapons to the characters. You know, Jezebel here, she doesn't really need a heavy machine gun. What she probably wants is a knife. I think maybe something small, some sort of dagger would really fit her character more. Same with Sam. Sam doesn't necessarily need a charged sniper rifle. I think maybe just a normal sniper rifle might actually fit Sam better. But Harry? Harry with his GAU 19... that fits Harry just so well. We also today will be doing a lot of researching that I have been recently, but showing that often I need to get fabrication. At the moment, fabrication is going to be the one that's really holding us back at the moment because we can't make components, and without components we can't do our own crafting. We're still going to be relying on the quarry. And as we bury Loser, we can remember all the things she contributed to the colony. The melee 13 double passion and the fast walking yet very depressed. You know, the big things that we really actually appreciated around the colony. No sarcasm intended. Cole has gained a silent level as well. I'm kind of forgetting that Cole is our psychic because her powers aren't that good. I think it is very balanced of us to be only assigning her one skill per episode, but it's kind of sad that she's just not that good. And let's give her a brand new skill. So we don't have very many skills in storage, but you know what we do have? Eye blasting. You know, I love the idea that we can just do some blasting on with Cole, just like what we'll be doing to your mother later. Now, let's use that side trainer and let's get that used. Now, just like any good, strong, independent power that can just, you know, take advantage of locals, we do very conveniently have a downed wild person here. This person has got serious toxic buildup. They've got hypothermia. They're not that good, you know. I'd hate to say that I enjoy putting suffering on wild people, but, you know. Yeah, this just does seem fair, doesn't it? Yeah, just, you know, just blast him. Just do some blasting, you know. Doesn't do too much damage, but, you know, it kind of upsets him, which I quite like the sound of, honestly. I assume that because of the toxic fallout, the drow, and the cold snap, we should probably solve those issues that we've got. I'd imagine these N4 conversion chambers are the things causing them. So I think once we've got people healed up, I'll send the melee squad and I'll send Harry to deal with those things and then get them done. Yeah, the Equipment Reinforcer has been created. Now, for example, Harry, we'd already said that we want to keep Harry with the weapon he's got. We like it too much. It's way too powerful to get rid of. So if we drop Apex, that's a fantastic name for a weapon, by the way. Can we then put it into the, yep, we can put it in the Equipment Reinforcer. So we chuck it in and there it is in the Reinforcer itself. So how do we increase Apex? So we need steel and components. It needs 44 components. Jesus Christ. I mean, this is a extremely good weapon. I have to say, it's incredibly good. So what we need to do is get loads of components. The only way we're going to get loads of components going to be by getting fabrication. Otherwise, we're kind of stuck. Now, I reckon we could probably upgrade some more basic weapons with just steel, with just uranium, and that sort of thing. So, like with Jezebel, I said that she deserved a knife. Let's see if we can make her a little knife. We've finally got the full recycling operation undergo. This doesn't seem like a big thing in part of Rimworld, but for us, it's huge. It allows us to get rid of colony wealth, which is just a huge issue that we're going to be dealing with all the time as things get more and more into the quarry. And it allows us to just get more resources, which we don't also have very much of an access to. We do have a ground penetrating scanner on the go to get these resources to deep drill, but it's only steel at the moment, and at the moment we're not doing too bad for steel. Now we currently have all of the melee squad as well up and going, apart from Riku. Riku is still in bed and will be for 2 days under anesthetic. But you know what? That's fine. All we need is Benito, Tuna, Pasalis. That's all we need to take on the N4 containment. Now, obviously, we're going to have some issues with friendly fire with Harry, as we've seen before with the... that weapon's very powerful. So I think if we position Harry, we need to have them at different angles. So I think if we have the guys at one angle and we have Harry at another angle, hopefully this won't be too bad. There it is. So there is the Black Leaper. Then Harry needs to shoot that. And then it will go for them. There we go. So the Black Leaper is shooting those guys. Pasalis is already down. His heart's been immediately destroyed by Harry. Right, Harry. Stop. Shit. Right, Pasalis is going to die very quickly here because he's not got a heart. Okay, so we have actually managed to take the Black Leaper down and avoided most of the friendly fire. Benito and Tuna didn't actually take any damage, and obviously nor did Harry. It was just Pasalis. Pasalis is going to die. I mean, I'm not sure how he isn't dead, you know. His heart's destroyed, but, you know, we'll keep going. And what do I see? Pasalis has got brain damage. Totally understandable. You don't have a heart. I understand that, you know. I get it. Unfortunately, we cannot heal him for some reason because we don't have the best medicine. We can't. I physically cannot install a heart into him. I don't think we've got one. So I don't know what I'm going to do here. So the only chance I think Pasalis has got is if Merv goes in the quarry, mines for all his worth, and gets us, I don't know, a heart, gets us just something that we could do to heal him. Death. Pasalis has died. Oh, Pasalis. For some reason, he's exploded as well as he dies, which makes no sense whatsoever, but he has died. Oh, that is sad. That is sad, Pasalis. Well, it's been a few minutes, and I haven't found anything to save Pasalis, unfortunately. Nothing has come out that's going to make me think that we're going to be able to save him. The only thing I found that somewhat interested me so far is an animal gianticizer. You know, perfect. I hope you know where I'm going with this. I don't know what happens if we make an animal big. I don't know what happens if we make them really big. I don't know if there's... Oh, Hickory's definitely bigger. Giganticized animal. This animal has been enlarged, so it increases their body size offset, reduces their move speed, and increases their body size multiplier. Can we do this multiple times? And if we can't, why? Why can't I have giant Hickory? Okay, there's using it again. Is he any bigger? I'm not sure. So from what I can tell, Hickory has not got any bigger. You can only give them the one, unless there's a different form that I need to use or something like that. But hey, he's a big boy anyway. The Boo Man has become the Big Boo Man. And marriage is on. Pablo Cholke, will you marry me? Sam and Cholke, what a romantic group. And we've got some more of these passion givers we also mined up in the quarry. I'm going to give these to Cole so we can finally give her a passion for melee, and we can then specialize her. We also mined up some of these fantastic treasure chests as well. We're going to get all of these popped open in a second as well and see what we get. Okay, so overall from those treasure chests, we didn't get very much. We got a gene pack for Faded Green, a gene pack for a Gecko Tail, and a gene pack for unsettling appearance. Now, we never actually set ourselves up with a gene bank. A walking, talking gene bank is still on the cards. Now, Passalis would have been a fantastic candidate for this, but is dead with brain damage. So we need someone else, and I think maybe Wiggins is the one we give it to. Wiggins is okay, is sanguine, is kind of just our chef. That's all he does. So you know what? Come and drink all of these fantastic gene packs, you know? Carry them around. This is you now. Unfortunately, we can only add one gene pack at a time, and we have to have a 2-day wait time between the two. But hey, you know, I'd rather at least be able to put them somewhere, you know? And there we are. Passalis is being buried. 2 colonists we've buried this episode. It's sad, really, you know? But it's also not too bad, you know? We can refine the characters we've got and make them better than what they already are. So I'm not too mad about it. So we've got everybody kind of down and around and kind of doing their own thing. And I assume we now need to deal with the next N4 conversion chamber. I am once again going to summon Harry for this. But rather than have Harry at the back, I'm going to have him at the front. So he takes the brunt of the damage. Probably not a good idea. But it'll mean that we don't have friendly fire necessarily. Oh. Ooh, what's that? He thick though. Hopefully this isn't too scary. A volatile leaper. A leaper. I feel like a leaper would definitely be like, oh my gosh. He's scary. That boy is scary. And he's fast. He's fast as fuck, boy. I think I'm going to summon Jezebel and the rest of the squad. Just in case. Preemptively. Okay, everybody is getting involved. Everybody is taking some form of friendly fire here. But hopefully this won't be too bad. Okay, so it's down. Perfect. All right, that wasn't too bad. I kind of thought I was playing it safe, you know. I've never seen one of these volatile leapers before. All I could see that it had a fat ass. And from that, I kind of thought it might be a little bit scary. But you know what? It wasn't too bad. We have a orbital trader who's just come in as well. And they're selling a lot of very exciting things. I think I'm going to go through everything and see if we can make a deal. Okay, I've gone through it and I'm buying a few things from these people. Generally speaking, a lot of the money that we're spending is on a general Joris for obvious reasons. Chem fuel, I'm buying a lot of components, a lot of advanced components. A lot of our stuff is being taken up in things that we can use to make more things. A lot of wood and a lot of gold. And we're also buying ourselves 2 vanometric power cells, which I think is really nice as well. So I'm selling pretty much everything that we've got apart from like bionics and things. I'm generally going to keep those and try to install some of them. And I'm selling all of the side trainers. We've already given Kakol her one for this episode as well. Another thing I noticed that we had going through our stockpile is we have a Ultra Mech Link. Now, this is a dev item. You know, we shouldn't have this. It shouldn't exist. But we have one. This dev item, this is super overpowered. And we have 16 of them. So I'm going to sell all of them but one because I'll give that one to Sam. I don't know how much more overpowered it'll be, but we're fighting Void, you know? It's difficult. We're losing colonists. You know, I deserve it a little bit. So let's accept this and let's gain, in quotations, 190,000 silver, but we're actually only gaining 29,000 silver. So, I mean, nice. There we go. So there he is. Rimworld Grievous himself in the flesh. Wow. Those lightsabers are impressive. Let's get him fully trained as well. I wonder if we could give him bionics as well. That'd be nice. So the Ultra Mech Link. Let's have a look at that and see what it does. Oh, yes it does. A mech bandwidth of plus 100. Haha. Only slightly overpowered. Well, I'm not going to be using 100 mechanoids in this series. It would have been nice in one of the previous series, but we're going to give it to Sam, and, you know, I don't think it's going to be that game-changing. So Sam now has access to 112 mechanoids. Pretty big. That is pretty big. So I guess we could potentially give Sam some more powerful mechanoids to give. At the moment, we only have the basic ones here. But, you know, maybe I want to get some better ones. Let's summon the Diabolus and get that killed. And we'll go from there. And the Diabolus has arrived. 1 Diabolus, 3 Militools. Honestly, not really a problem. I bet Benito himself could defeat this by himself. I think he does, you know. I think Benito has that. Yeah. Perfect. There we go. The Diabolus has been defeated. So let's study the signal chip that's in the body, and we'll go from there. Now, I think we do already have all the signal chips and everything that we didn't need to actually fight the Diabolus, but it's just not the same, you know? I may as well fight the actual things itself rather than just cheat my way through it. We can make ourselves a dagger as well. Yes, I did also forget to make Jezebel a dagger earlier. So what we're going to do is, because we're going to use the most abundant resource we possibly have in order to reinforce it in the best way possible, I'm going to make her a steel dagger. Very basic, very simple. Or I could do a silver dagger where we have 92,000 silver. Interesting. I'll make one steel dagger and I'll make one silver dagger, and we'll see which one is better overall, I think. And I think whilst we wait for that dagger to be made, let's have a wealth check. We haven't had a wealth check in a few episodes now, you know? Oh my. What number is that? Oh, you know, 3.4 million. Yeah, you know, small amount. Let's turn the quarry back on and let's see how it goes, you know? I think at the moment we're just kind of waiting for things to happen. The quarry's in full swing. Research is going well. Harry has made the silver dagger. Now, it is only good quality. Kind of a shame. But we've got the dagger. It does have a melee DPS of 7.06, which isn't the best. But that's not the end of the world. Jezebel. Put that into the equipment reinforcer and let's see what we can do with it. So in the equipment reinforcer, we can enforce this very easily. It only requires 64 silver for the first reinforcement. We can also increase the quality of it, it seems, by just putting another dagger with it. Something we'll probably do later along the line. So we can increase the mass, the armor penetration factor, or the damage multiplier. It's a dagger. Like, I don't really care about that, you know? It's meant to be quick. It's meant to be against flesh. It's meant to just go just like your mother, you know? Quick and into the flesh. So let's just increase the damage multiplier and just go from there, you know? I've now started work on a new room as well, and this is going to be our genetics lab up here as well. It's kind of got to that point where we have our mechanoid stuff. We have our sanguiphage stuff up here. Now we need genetics. At the moment, Wiggins, as much as I enjoy having her as our green gene bank, waiting 2 days for her to get up from that just is a bit bad, really. I'd rather store the genes and then, you know, steal them out as and when we need. So if we can get an actual genetics lab on the go, we can start genetically altering people to make them even better to go against Void. We've also been using the equipment reinforce. I thought it was an instant thing, but it turns out we have to wait and keep queuing things up, and it takes more time. We're out of steel as well completely, so things are going very slowly as well. So what we're going to be doing is taking Merv off the mine. Now, you know, you might think, Joe, why would you do that? He's so good at mining, and he is the spelunker. Haha. Deep drill, go brrr. As we can see with Merv, it goes quite quickly. Not as quickly as I thought, though, actually. Wow. His mining is at only 14, however, so he could definitely be better at it. We've had a Gene Trader pass overhead, and they've got some fantastic things for us to buy. Lots of genes, and especially some lovely, lovely volunteers to add to our blood banks. I'm going to go through everything and see what they've got. So these gene traders we've got come along have a gene pack. It is a fantastic archite gene pack. What does it contain? Titan frame and dwarfism. So the dwarf is a titan. I don't know how it works, but we're going to buy it because I want to see what happens when you mix a titan with a dwarf. How does it work? What does it do? They also have the gene pack for Great Melee as well. I'm not sure if Benito has it, but we're going to give him that as well. They do have the gene pack for Breedable, which I could give to Jezebel to see if she can have children again. She didn't last time I gave her the Breedable gene pack in a previous series, but we're going to do it again and see if that works as well. I'm not interested in any of the slaves they've got, and you know what? I don't think I'm even going to sell them anything because I just ain't got time for that, you know? There's just so much stuff. So we have the Breedable gene pack, and we're going to get Jezebel to suck this up and inhale it, just like your mother would do to me. So, Jezebel, are you now more breedable? No, absolutely not. You have a 0 fertility still. No worries. Now, the Great Melee gene pack, that's going to go to Benito, and that should mean that you are now 20 melee. For a genie, is really good. Next, the gene pack for Titan Frame and Dwarfism. So I think what we'll do for that is we're going to forbid it. We're going to leave it outside, and when Wiggins, our walking, talking gene back, gets up in 7.1 hours, we'll give it a go. And Murph can finally, after all of these episodes of spelunking, can gain an expertise in mining. I think the downside from using the quarry mod is that they don't get mining skill from that, which I think is very balanced. I personally, part of a big agreement on that. But what we can do is now give him an expertise. So we've got deep drilling speed, we've got prospecting for better yield, tunneling for speed, or geology for rock chuck chance, which I'm not sure why you'd ever go for that. So I think for Merv being in the mines, who's also already incredibly fast in the quarry, I think we're going to actually give him the drilling speed. I've also gone ahead and given Sam, Merv, Harry, and Amelia new weapons. Well, not Harry. Sorry, Harry. Sam, Merv, and Amelia have now got new weapons as well that I think fit their character more. Sam, I've given an anti-material rifle to. Very basic, but he is the sniper, and I think that does fit him the best. Merv, I've given him a Persona Flak Storm Cannon. Merv is our miner. I think explosives and miners go really well together. Please don't take that out of context, because I don't. But I think as the person that does the mining, explosive weapons make sense for like being in the mines, making progress with that, and explosives, you know, I think it works. And for Amelia, I've gone for just a basic kinetic pistol, honestly. She is meant to be our medic, and I don't think a medic should go around with a really overpowered weapon. It should be something small, something they could put in their back pocket, something that's just kind of, you know, basic. And I think it works, you know. I haven't got around to giving everybody else new weapons because I don't think we've learned enough about their character yet. Kakol is also on a mental break, so I can't give her anything at the moment. Benito as well is also down. Riku, Cholke, Tuna, Wiggins, and Beach. I don't know enough about either. I haven't seen their character enough to give them anything. And Jezebel has obviously got her silver dagger, which we're currently making more of, so we can then reinforce it to give it a better quality and fix it. So on that note, we're going to call things there. On that fantastic note of with getting things sorted. We didn't get raided this episode, which I was genuinely surprised at. But you know what? Next episode, we're going to open the Pandora's boxes. I think we're ready for it, you know. We've got the ability, and I think we've got the potential to defeat it. Wiggins has got 4 hours left, 3.9 hours, 3.8 hours left on her xenogermination coma. So next episode, we will also make her a Titan and also a Dwarf at the same time. Still don't know how that works, but we'll see. So if you have enjoyed any of today's episode, or excited to see the guys take out 26, 16 Pandora's boxes, consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it. And I'll see you for those Pandora's boxes. Thank you.